I just thought Ron was a maniac. Had a fucking crush on Jenny before he pursued Sammy.
Alright, we gotta see.
Snooki got punched in the fucking face. But it makes sense that she was doing too much because we didn't get the full context. If I had known that they had been fucking around. What is up, guys? It's me, and we're back with another freaking video. Okay, so today we are going to be exposing the cast of fucking Jersey Shore. Now, the producer of Jersey Shore is kind of exposing like how they manipulated the Jersey Shore house, how it really is behind the camera, even inside about the girls they hooked up with every fucking night. Okay, let's get into it. I was a story and film producer for Jersey Shore. The producer put a little disclaimer, so I'm also going to put a disclaimer. I'm going to just read whatever he said. It said, disclaimer, below is what allegedly took place, and the views and opinions expressed are solely the authors and posters and do not reflect the network, production company, or cast. Take everything with a grain of salt. My girl, Miss Snooki, got punched in the fucking face. Okay, so it says, were you there when Snooki got punched in the face? Was the guy persecuted to the fullest extent of the law? And he said, this still blows my mind. I think he got probation and paid a fine. So if you're fucking telling me this girl hit my favorite meatball in the fucking face and got probation and a fine, I'm literally pissed. Like, what the fuck? It says, were the crew, production, etc. aware of how much drugs were being taken, or did they just turn a blind eye? So apparently, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I'm kind of oblivious when it comes to drugs. Back then, I literally just thought they were crazy. I just thought Ron was a maniac. I just thought the situation was just a hothead. I didn't even think about drugs. It said, we had a hunch, but never any solid proof. Sadly, business trumps morality. Nobody probably cared they were doing drugs because of it being a toxic bad habit. We care because it could potentially threaten the cash cow. Damn. It said, what was the atmosphere like after the Ron and Sam fight season 3? Especially when he broke her glasses and then after she left. Did the production ever talk to Ron about his actions? On TV, it always seemed like Ron received a pass, or that his castmates were afraid to call him out. Did a single person ever say anything to him about what he'd done? It said, production never stepped in because we wanted to keep it authentic and organic. What was happening was a television gold mine and production had no hand in it. We wanted it to play out as naturally as possible. I think Ron got a pass because he truly was the definition of the henpecked husband. Henpecked husband. If you see Ron from season 1 and then see him in season 3, he is a shell of the person that he used to be. I think both of them were toxic for each other. I also believe that Ron was poked at so often that his explosion was inevitable. I'm not making any excuses for what went down on either end, but I think that's why he got a pass. Honestly, y'all, I would have to rewatch this shit to really refresh my memory. Because honestly, since Ron and Sam really weren't like the main characters in my like head, when I am into TV shows, I like hyperfixate on whoever I like. So I hyperfixated on Snooki, I hyperfixated on Pauly D, I hyperfixated on JWoww, and I absolutely hated Sammy guts. I did not give a fuck about their relationship, but I more so hated Sammy because of the Jenny and her situation type of thing. And I just didn't like how smug she was. Like, so I would have to rewatch all of that to really get a gist on everything. Because I don't even remember these fights. I'm not gonna lie. This is interesting. It says, how often were they taking different girls back? Was it like every night? In the UK version, first of all, I did not know it was a UK version of Jersey Shore. I might have to watch that because I love Love Island, and I loved Love Island before it became popular in the US. I've watched every single UK version, every single Australia version, and then when US started making seasons, obviously I watched every US version. So I would like to see the UK version of Jersey Shore because that's actually insane. Okay, it says, Was it every night? In the UK version, the guy said that as the show got bigger, it was harder to find girls who would actually come back because they didn't want to be shown on TV. Was it the same for Jersey Shore? That's such a good point, because if I saw Polly D, I should be looking for the fucking cameras like, y'all are not about to get me on Candy's camera. This is the producer. It was the glory years when I worked on the show. People were more naive to reality People were more naive to reality television and how it works. So it wasn't difficult for us to find girls. We did worry because the cast could be vocal about people's looks that girls would be insecure and worried that they would end up as a grenade on an episode. But funny enough, all the girls came on the show and had a false sense of security because they were scouted by us. They assumed they were picked because they were the type of girls that the guys found attractive, when in reality, we just took what we could find. Oh my fucking gosh. This is actually such a good point. Like, I never thought of, like, as the seasons go on, because, like, it's like 5 fucking seasons, it's 4 fucking seasons of Jersey Shore, and I'm just like, if from season 1 to 2 they were just talking about how ugly these bitches were, like, oh, Mike brought a grenade home, like, oh, we're trying to get away from this grenade, I would be so afraid of being a fucking grenade. But it makes so much sense that they scouted the girls, so they had a kind of like he said, a false reality, a false sense of security that they were picked because they were bad bitches. That's so fucking fucked up. That's fucked up, I'm not gonna lie. Somebody replied to what he said. It said, do you feel kind of like a pimp for sourcing girls? And then the producer said, not at all. We were basically glorified club promoters. If the girls ended up catching the attention of the guys and wanted to go back to the house, that was their choice. That's so crazy that they were scouting girls. Like, I really just thought the guys had it like that and had game, you know? Like, in the show, it would just show them walking up to the girl and, like, you know, was any of it genuine? Like, did any of the guys just find a girl in the club that they liked? Oh, so somebody asked, was there anything that you're shocked that didn't air, that if it had aired, like, everybody would basically just be mind blown? And he literally said, JWoww hooking up with Mike. Wow. It says, why wasn't it aired? And it said, JWoww and Mike hooking up didn't air because her storyline was to be with Polly D. But that's still insane though. Like, I still would have liked to see that, like, in real time. Like I said, I need to watch it again. I'm honestly probably gonna watch it after this. This has probably sparked a little something for me to watch Jersey Shore again. That makes sense why she jacked that man in the motherfucking face. It was some feelings behind that punch. That makes so much fucking sense. I have ADHD. I was never good at school, so do not think you're about to get a 3.5 essay about this shit. It says, okay, what was the real context for the punch? And if you don't know which punch, it's this punch. What was the real context for this punch? Because that was insane. I was kind of mad at her for doing that. So that's what I'm saying. I need to watch it again, because why was I a little mad? I felt like she was doing too much. But it makes sense that she was doing too much because we didn't get the full context. If I had known that they had been fucking around, I would have probably understood that punch instead of thinking she was doing too fucking much. Okay, anyways. It says, what was the real context for that punch? She caught feelings for Mike and was trying to cock block him that night. Wow. How was this not put on the show? Would have been gold. Literally. Her storyline was to be with Polly. They had a good look together, so we stayed in that lane. When she hooked up with Mike very early on, and Ron had a crush on Jenny, and they became very close before he pursued Samantha. Yo, this is one thing that's not on here, I don't think. I heard this, like, from another source, but I heard, so I don't know if you guys peeped, but Polly D's girlfriend is obviously an like Jamaican woman. I think she's Jamaican. She's Jamaican Caribbean or something like that, like a black woman. And the girl Vinny chose on a double shot of love, it was also a light-skinned woman. So somebody had asked, like, why did since like this is like obviously like you're interested in black women, like this is your type, like why didn't you go for any like black girls on Jersey Shore? And apparently the producers like didn't allow them to. Like the producers kind of like swayed them which girls to choose and which girls not to choose. So that's a cute little fun, honestly that is not a cute little fun fact. I don't know why I'm saying that, but that is like a crazy like fun fact, like just seeing how everything panned out with like who they like are interested in now versus like Jersey Shore type shit. The fact that Ron had a fucking crush on Jenny before he pursued Sammy, that makes so much fucking sense as to why that whole like Sammy Jenny situation even went down. Wow, I'm mind blown. Okay, whew. Is that why Sammy had such big issues with Ron and Jenny being friends? Definitely. My take was Samantha was also just generally insecure when it came to Jenny. Unclear on why, but it came across that way. Seemed like they were jealous of each other. Wow. That is some tea right there. I have to sit down and really like unpack that. Like I'm about to watch, that's my next binge show. Right now I'm finishing Elite. I have like one more season left. After this, babe, I'm about to binge watch Jersey Shore again. It's that time of the year, child. Okay. I love my Snooki. Let's get some tea on Snooki. What is Nicole like in real life? In early seasons or even in the early 5, she is portrayed as a fun, carefree girl who transitioned into a responsible mom. Okay, yeah. But other interviews during the early days made her seem spoiled and the prototypical mean girl. How was she off camera? Nicole was spoiled, but I chalked that up. Okay, but I chalked that up to being an only child and very young at the time. I believe she was the youngest roommate on the show. She definitely was used to having her things her way, but I didn't get the sense that she was a mean girl. She was hyper, over the top, loved attention, insecure at times, and was a big personality. She was also pretty forgiving and got over things quickly. Love that for my girl. Okay, it says, were they actually as drunk as they seemed or was it exaggerated? Also, how much partying did they do? It wasn't exaggerated. I do think Dina was exaggerating it, trying too hard when it first came on, but I chalk that up to nerves. It's hard coming onto an already established show. Honestly, that's such a good point. If I was Dina, I don't know how I would feel going onto Jersey Shore as like the only new person and like everybody's already so established and like I have to come in as Snooki's best friend, you know? Like I don't know how I would do that either. They said they partied a lot. It was all that they could do. We limited personal phone calls to once a week. That's crazy. There was no television, no cell phones, no computers, no writing notes, no going off anywhere private without a producer. Partying was their only form of entertainment. They didn't have technology and they always had the fridge stocked with alcohol. You know what that means? Partay. Okay. It says, is it true that Vinny had a massive... And it says, no comments. I'm gonna take that as a yeah. It's always those ones you least suspect, I'm not gonna lie. Ooh, damn. Okay. It says, do you think Dina was a good replacement when Angelina left? In all honesty, no. Damn. Dina is a sweetheart, but in a show full of characters, she was kind of just there. She had originally auditioned for season 1. That's where her and Nicole met. Oh, they weren't best friends that knew each other for a long time like the show portrayed. They literally met at auditions and then ran into each other a few times at the shore and poly together. I literally thought that was her, like, it would have been so perfect, like 2 fucking meatballs. I deadass thought, like, we went through old audition tapes for season 1 and came across Dina. knew she had been in semi-connection with Nicole and went with it because we knew she'd be less maintenance than Angelina. At the time, we felt that someone who was opposite of Angelina would be a good fit. She was a good fit with the roommates, and in terms of reality television, not memorable. Damn. That's crazy. Honestly, I guess that's kind of true. She kind of is just there. Like, she seems just like an accessory to Snooki. But it's crazy being an accessory to Snooki when Snooki and JWoww is such an iconic duo. So it kind of is like, yeah, you're kind of just there. Damn, that's fucked up. I like Dina though. Y'all, this is a lot. I am going to make pointers next time so I can really get to like the nitty gritty next time I do part 2. But that is going to be it for today's video. If you like it, make sure you leave a thumbs up and a comment down below. If you want to see more, make sure you subscribe. My social media will be down below, so make sure you check me out on that. And yeah.